Hi everyone, I'm back. Welcome, and we are starting a new game today. It's the new Assassin's Creed. I mean, not the new, but like the newest for me in the series because I just finished Unity, and we're gonna start playing Syndicate today. The trophy list. I didn't check the trophies. I only checked that it's 50 trophies in the game. So we are at 0 per 50. Hopefully today we're gonna get a couple of them. Alright. Go. Let's start this. You guys ready? Let's go. Hi, welcome. Thank you for watching. Okay. Alright. Yeah, sure. Continue in English.
The past is your playground. Abstergo.
Okay.
Hello, Initiate. Recently, Abstergo Historical Research began several new projects in London. We both know that when Abstergo makes big moves, the Templars are up to something. We think they're hot on the trail of a new piece of Eden. I've got people in London looking for it.
Hey, Bishop! Jacob and Evie Fry are twins. How awesome is that?
Speak of the devil. Fire up your cameras, Bex. I've got picture. ETA on the payload?
Sending it now.
Hi, Purple Mist. Thank you for joining.
A lot to sift through. I'm gonna get the Initiates on it ASAP.
You look weird with a weapon. Let's plant a little bug and see what we can see. Got something. Isabel Ardant has a meeting here in a few hours. Doesn't say with who.
Doesn't say with whom, Rebecca. I suppose it's down to Muggins here to find out.
Hold on. The mission was to find data to locate a piece of Eden in London.
We did.
And now, I am eager to try this new kit.
I don't like it when those two go off book like this. Well, all we can do is take a deep breath and move forward. You'll be searching for the piece of Eden through the lives of Jacob and Evie Fry, twin assassins who operated in Victorian London. Your first set of genetic memories are downloaded. Good luck.
Alright.
Brother George, it is as I feared. London has fallen. Thrice I have written to you begging your aid. Thrice you've responded with silence. And yet I write again. So desperate my need, so few my options. I need you. London needs you. You would say it is too great of a task, or that it is not yet time to strike. Patience, you would counsel. But whilst you wait, the Templars consolidate their power. They have chosen a Grand Master so ruthless, so thorough, one might think Reginald Birch himself had returned. His name is Crawford Starrick, and he intends to rule the world. There is no aspect of society he does not control, no industry that escapes his grim touch. By day, it is corrupt merchants and venal politicians who hold court. Come night, a vicious street gang known as the Blighters strikes terror in the hearts of all. There is no business untainted by his poison, no person unexploited, be it by duplicity or force. Our enemy has designs on the highest office of them all. And so, as you look inward, and dare I say it, afraid. Crawford Starrick's ambition is fixed on the beyond, to kingdoms and continents as yet unconquered, though not for long, for he knows, as I have warned you time and time again, whosoever controls London controls the world.
Alright, that sounds exciting. Thank you for the cast jumper promise. I'm good. I'm really excited about starting a new game. Still have some pain from the shoulder injury I have, but gaming makes it much better.
The iron ship's from here. The Templar running things is Rupert Ferris and our target 1. Target 2 is Sir David Brewster, who's got his hands on a bauble that could ruin us in this wretched war. Think you both can handle it?
What a question.
All right. My mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, the unstoppable Fry twins. See them nightly at Covent Garden.
George, honestly, I've studied the plans of the laboratory and have every route covered.
And I've got all I need right here. I'll extend your regards to Ferris.
Chat later, George. We've a train to catch.
Jacob! Evie! May the creed guide you, you vagrants!
Poor man. More afraid than ever. The years have not been kind.
Evie Fry, where did you get it from?
The same place as you, Jacob.
Have fun.
Don't die.
Alrighty. Ooh.
How long does he intend to go on like this? He's disrupting the other workers. Shut his tracks and get the machine fixed. And send me some laudanum for my head.
Coming right up.
Alright. 11 new database entries, great. Okay, so locate and assassinate Rupert Ferris. Reach Ferris. Alright. Oh.
Locked. What do you think you're doing? Stop now! Before there's trouble!
No one goes in or out, unless there's a problem.
I hold the machines. That door opens, and I have my route to Ferris.
Okay, sabotage the machines. Hold R2 to free run. So it's same as before. And we're gonna sabotage.
Always work on the fly.
Gentlemen, calm yourselves. I understand your concerns.
Alright.
What's happening there?
Gonna sabotage this one. And then one more here. Alright.
What's
He's telling the truth.
I'll hang you from the chimneys for this!
But we've done nothing wrong.
Okay, and square for the resignation, so that's the same as before.
I forgot something at home.
Who are you? The sanitary inspector. This man is dead.
You're the dead man! Run along now. He'll teach you how to make reversion.
Alright.
Where you going?
Counter, so that's the same. Oh! There you go. Break defense with the X. Cool. Alright. Can I loot? No. Huh. Alright.
Ferris, I'm coming.
Hold R plus plus X to climb. Alright.
Time to head for higher ground.
And R1L. Alright. Okay, that's cool. Detection. Enemies who can see you will become suspicious. If you stay in their line of sight, they will become aggressive and attack. Move behind cover to lose enemies. They will investigate your last known position. So that's the same as in the last game. Alright.
We can do that now. If things start getting nasty, you won't be playing nice.
Alright. Can I... Wait, can I go? Like... Yeah, there. Here. Alright. Sneaking X makes you harder to detect and allows you to move faster. The stating shows enemies above and below you. From behind cover, hold L2 to aim, then press R2 to throw knives. So... aim and throw. Okay. L3 for eagle vision, so they changed it back.
You can say that again. The boys had to carry you back to the yard.
Alright. Tag enemies by looking at them in eagle vision. Tag enemies can be seen through walls. Alright. Alright. Okay. Let's go in here. Oh.
Move out of the way!
This way. And in here. Right.
Mr. Ferris, sir, the lad in the factory should be taken to be bandaged by the apothecary.
Fine. But dock his wages.
Yes, sir.
Shall we arrive at a final price, Mr. Ferris?
Okay. Assassinate Rupert Ferris.
What's he doing here?
I mean, I don't really have to sneak, so like, why not practice a little bit of fighting? Alright. Alright. Let's see what we have here. Come on. Okay. Great. Alright. And it says we have entry points. Yep. Entry points shows different approaches to reach your target. Alright.
Dear sir, I am pleased to inform you. What is this?
Damn, he has a bunch of lives. There you go.
It is done.
Oh? What did you accomplish, boy? A bolt loosened in Starrick's machine. A large bolt. But not enough.
Your Grandmaster will fall.
You assassins can circle London to your heart's content. The mechanism we have built has been going strong for 100 years, and will run 1,000 more. It is the very city itself.
We will take London from your hands.
From Croydon? You lurk in the shadows like a coward. I doubt it.
He's all even in one piece! Stop that man! I'll gut you like a fish! Keep it busy!
There you go. Oh, I can loot now. Great. No, this... I can't loot everyone. Dang it. Okay, escape on the train. left the restricted area. And
Impeccable time.
okay.
Don't get him free! I'll fracture it off!
Okay. Yeah, the fight looks smooth. I like it. Definitely much better than the last episode. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. Welcome.
What's your buckle, boys?
Uh-oh.
Oh, we seem to have made an unscheduled stop.
Well, you can say that. Alright. Climb down. Whoop. And drop. Okay. Alright. Oh. Great.
Maybe next time I'll walk.
Okay, sequence 1, a spanner in the works completed, rewards 1000 pounds, 2000 XP, and initiate belt. Cool. And we got our first trophy for completing the first sequence, I guess. Not this one. Yeah.
Yard. Guard quarters. Brewster's laboratory. This is where the piece of Eden will be located. No loose ends. Now, to decouple the locomotive and create a diversion.
Well, where is it? Huh? Where's Brewster's supplies? Meter.
Okay, so whistle. We got back the whistling. Good. It's the down button.
Time to deploy the diversion.
Alright. It's an interesting concept if it's gonna like switch between free aiming on enemies' heads results in critical damage. Great. Okay, so quick throw. It works. Cool. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting way to play this if it's gonna like switch between the two characters back and forth. Ooh, she fights with the cream. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. I like her. Definitely like her. I almost said she's our first female assassin, but we had Evelyn, so...
Please, miss. Don't tell us.
Ooh, and we have a chest. Have to get every little thing we can. And how do we go from here? Go up, yep.
Smells like Jacob's cooking.
Okay. Of detach, alright. Lead the circle.
That should keep you busy while I head into your lab.
Okay, cool.
Follow me down the tracks.
You stay here. And keep a lookout.
All right. I'll shout if I get any bother.
First for a bird's eye view. Can't be too careful.
Pick 'em apart.
Alright, reach vantage point. Good. It doesn't say we have to be stealthy, so... Why not? Get some XP while we are at it. Because, yeah, it says, yeah, it gives XP with every little fight, so maybe that's gonna come in handy later. Okay, so we are going up there with the lift, I guess. Yep. Using lifts, hold R2 plus X by running toward the lift to activate, same as before. And
I need 2 more weeks with the device.
Your questionable practices are beginning to draw unwanted attention. You have been given more than enough time to achieve results, Sir David.
I was unaware that you expected me to perform like a cocker spaniel.
Permit me to remind you of your obligation to the Order.
Miss Thorne, You ride me like a racehorse.
Sir David, I will return tomorrow. If you have not unlocked the device's secrets, forget your dogs and horses. I will leave you to the wolves. Good day.
I was merely promised a tour of the premises, my lords.
Who sent you?
It's one of Green's spies.
Get that man to interrogation.
Then I want him brought to the lab.
What a pity. But no deviations from the mission.
Okay. Be an assassin. Assassins are stronger when infiltrating dangerous areas from high places. Use eagle vision L3 to identify opportunities for stealth and assassination. Hiding spots are useful. Objects will be highlighted in white. Okay. I'm gonna check the database because we have like 15 entries. I'm gonna quickly read them and... Okay, Ellie's friends and allies encountered during your Helix session. Evie Fry, date of birth 9th of November 1847. Evie Fry was born 4 minutes before her brother, Jacob, and she never let him forget it. She was fierce from the moment she gasped and kicked her way into life, shattering the peaceful silence of a gracious country home. Jacob and Evie's mother, Cecily, died in childbirth. She was the only daughter of an English steelwork manager based in the Rhondda Valley in South Wales. Her mother was a Welsh stock. Their father, Ethan, accepted his mother-in-law's offer to raise the children until the age of 6. He then took charge of their upbringing at his home in Crowley. Her father raised Evie and her brother to join the Assassin Order. It was a dangerous time for the assassins in England as the Templars tried to extend their stranglehold on London to the surrounding countryside. Evie was studious and technical. She gravitated towards the more theoretical and organizational parts of the organization. She specialized in research with a side interest in Peace of Eden. Ethan instilled in his children a strong sense of social duty, the idea that the assassins should help the people be free, rather than solely act as agents to take down oppressive forces. While Jacob rebelled against his father's schooling, Evie relished his lessons. His teachings became a cornerstone of Evie's personal creed. Her first assassination was a mill owner who was abusing and refusing to pay his staff. The incoming owner, a member of the Brotherhood, improved the conditions greatly. Evie is valued among the assassins for her thoughtful planning, her ability to solve problems, and her ability to see the human side of any equation. And then Jacob Fry, date of birth 9th November 1847. Jacob was born the younger Fry twin to a schoolmaster and his young wife, both assassins. His mother Cecily died giving birth. After being cared for by their grandmother until the age of 6, Jacob and Evie were taken into the family home at Crowley. A forward thinker, Ethan Fry, raised his children steeped in assassin heritage, every night educating them in the ways of the assassins and the world. Evie soaked up this knowledge. Jacob paid far less attention to his father's lessons and gradually came to resent them. Evie was always the good student, but Jacob was the athlete. He heard and obeyed the tenets of the creed and the instructions of the Assassin's Brotherhood, but inside he was pure chaos, waiting for a chance to unleash his potential. While Evie dutifully practiced with her father, Jacob took wide explorations late at night of the dark factories and gambling dens of Crowley and beyond. With his father's death, Jacob was finally free of his obligation as a small-town watchman. Notorious as the second best assassin in the London suburbs, after Evie of course, he was ready to face his destiny in the big city. Let's see the enemies. David Brewster, date of birth 11 December 1781, born the third of 6 children, the tastiest bit of a large family sandwich to God-fearing Scottish Presbyterians who make really bland sandwiches. David Brewster was destined to orbit greatness like the space station orbits the Earth, or Europe orbits Britain. At the age of 12, he was sent to the University of Edinburgh to join the clergy, which is exactly what we do with 12-year-olds today. Post them to Scotland so they stop annoying us. But his congregation would have to wait. Brewster became fascinated by optics and was persuaded to continue studying the diffraction of light, touching on such exciting topics as reflection and refraction. And are you still awake? Brewster quickly moved on to the laws of metallic absorption. Oh, you are nodding off. Well, long story short, he invented the kaleidoscope. That's fun, isn't it? Unfortunately, he didn't patent it quickly enough, and although it sold like gangbusters, he made very little money. After he partnered with like-minded clergymen to start a scientific magazine, the Edinburgh Journal of Science, and was knighted by the Queen. He came out as a very vocal opponent of evolutionary theory, which just goes to show you that the clergyman who invented the kaleidoscope can't always get it right. Like an old man still paying for dial-up internet access even though he is connected to a cable modem, Sir David seems to have been built for a different era, that of Galileo, although maybe not even. After all, he did invest a telescope that looks precisely nowhere. Okay, Rupert Ferris, date of birth 15th August 1830, born to aging parents whose attempt to revitalize their failing marriage with another child ended in a divorce shortly thereafter. Rupert Ferris made no significant impact on the history books in any way for nearly a half-century. But then neither have you, so shut up. Ferris only surfaces as the newly minded owner of a middling iron factory called the Bow Rail Works, which he promptly redubbed Ferris Iron Works. Police records indicate that several employees of said factory died of exhaustion, although it may have been consumption, both because the handwriting is tough to make out and because mostly everyone died of consumption, or dysentery. Consumption was more fashionable. Regardless, employees died due to maltreatment. As the decade continued, the average age of Ferris's employees got younger, a reliable remedy for both exhaustion and consumption. Starrick purchased the ironworks in 1862, unfolding it into his vast empire, and Ferris became a wealthy man. And what did he do with his twopence, you might ask? Ferris is on the books both of a wealthy charitable society in nearly Croydon and the local brothel, apparently his other favorite cause, which one he merely paid lip service to. We can guess, but may never know for certain. By the way, lip service was actually available. Let's see the groups. The Assassin Brotherhood is a secret organization whose ideology is centered on the belief that only free will can ensure the betterment of humanity. We have existed throughout recorded human history, locked in a battle with the Templar Order, who believe pretty much the opposite of what we do. It's why we fight. Here's a question for you. If both sides existed before the historical Hashashin and Order of the Knights Templar, what were they called? RC. Excellent question. Shush your lips up. There have been brotherhoods recorded throughout time: the Roman Empire, the Middle Ages, the Italian Wars, the American Revolution, the French Revolution, the Haitian Revolution. We are big of revolutions. But the one we are focused on today is the Industrial Revolution in London, where it looks like the Templars have a pretty firm grip on the city, the country, and the British Empire. It wasn't always that way. There used to be assassins in London. In the 18th century, the London Brotherhood was basically led by two people, a man known only as Miko and Edward Kenway. Oh, we know him. They met shortly after the latter returned to London from the West Indies, and for a time it seemed like the English assassins would be stronger than ever. Miko was a bit of a free spirit. He roamed all over Europe searching for peace of Eden, making connections and lending aid to various regional brotherhoods. I'm not sure if he was ever officially designated as a mentor, and in any case, he and Edward weren't much for that type of ceremony. What Edward brought to the table was stability. He used his charm to make connections in the city, in both right society and the criminal underworld. Sounds familiar. Edward was murdered in his own home, betrayed by one of his business associates who was actually a Templar. Miko kept about his business and best he could, but was although killed by Templar. Edward's son, Haytham. With those two out of the picture, the Templars had a clear path to control London. In the here and now, the Brotherhood's seen better days. The Templars won a major victory in 2000 and nearly wiped all of us out. But we're being rebuilding slowly but surely. We are establishing new Brotherhoods in cities all over the world. We have a new network to stay in touch with each other, and we have people like you out digital data miners. You might not have knives strapped all over you, but you are making a difference, and I'm grateful. I'd be grateful if we could come up with a new term for us that isn't brotherhood. Tens of thousands of years fighting for progressive and free thoughts, and we're still stuck with them? The Templar Order. History tells us the Templars were a medieval military order first known as the Poor Fellow Soldiers of Christ and of the Temple of Solomon. History goes on to say that it existed for roughly 2 centuries in the Middle Ages and were closely tied to the Crusades in the Holy Land before being disbanded after the leaders were burned at the stake in France. That history is alive, written by the Templars. Like the Assassins, the Templars have existed in some form or another since the dawn of recorded history. Their ideology is centered around the perfect world, and their interpretation of that perfection often, if not always, involves absolute control over the freedom of individuals. The Assassins respectfully disagree. The Templar Order's control over the city of London, and by extension much of the British Empire, was like a sneak preview of the control they exert over the world today. In the 18th century, a grandmaster named Reginald Birch managed to sneak into the life of one of the most influential assassins of the day, Edward Kenway. Birch was appointed as one of Kenway's property managers, but soon became a friend of the family, even going so far as to court Edward's daughter, Jenny. Court is a polite word that I'm sorry we don't use as much today. In reality, all Birch wanted to acquire was Kenway's research into the first civilization. However, Jennifer discovered the truth and informed her father, which forced Birch to send mercenaries to the Kenway mansion. Edward was killed and Jennifer was sold to Turkish slavers, obviously. To add insult to injury, Birch became the legal guardian to Edward's son, Haytham Kenway, and raised him as a Templar. With Edward out of the way, London was left without a significant assassin presence, and Birch wasted no time solidifying his order's grip on the city. But that wasn't enough. He wanted access to precursor site and sent Haytham to the colonies in order to try and secure one. Birch's treachery was eventually discovered by Haytham and his sister, who murdered him. But by then, the Templars' control over London was absolute. Industry, politics, they had their claws in every layer of society. The Templars in London went virtually unchallenged for over a century. These days, the Templars are still pulling the strings. In the past, they were popes or royalty or politicians. Today they operate behind the most insidious force of all, a corporation. The public face of the Templar Order is a multinational conglomerate known as Abstergo. And then the Blighters. Unruly and dangerous street gangs were a very common element of Victorian England's ecosystem. Flourishing in poorer areas, the desire for an unified lower class spread throughout the entire country and resulted in entire criminal communities. Notable gangs such as the Scuttlers, the O'Hooligans Boys, and the 40 Elephants became infamous for their skill in theft and well as their proclivity towards extreme violence. It was logical then to take these gangs into consideration when looking to dominate the heart of the empire. When Templar Grandmaster Crawford Starrick sought to strengthen his hold over the city, controlling the underworld was a foregone conclusion. Using 7 hand-picked, highly skilled Templars and all the influence he could master in London's underbelly, he spent a decade building London's most fearsome street gang to date, the Blighters. Originating in Westminster's worst slum, the Devil's Acre, the Blighters' influence spread across the entire city, and its members became known for their merciless brutality and unruly nature. They didn't even say please or thank you. The Blighters, once thought to be superior elsewhere to the street gang plague, proved instead to be a source of great fear and loathing for the city's residents. Those who opposed the regime wound up either fatally injured or massively in debt. Alright, other people. We have George Westhouse, date of birth 30 April 1820. George Westhouse grew up working in an old mill by the river in Crawley, and the monotonous labor wore him down like the grain he crushed under the millstone. That's right, I can be poetic. One day Ethan Fry rescued him from robbers along the river bank. A spark of adventure awoke in him, and he abandoned his post, joining the assassins. He ran missions with Ethan Fry and Cecily, taking his orders from the two of them, and slowly learned to fight. He was paired with the precocious Fryer twins on missions. Once Ethan died, he became the senior planner, higher ranking, at least in spirit, and assigned to orchestrate the memories. All I can say is good luck. Alright, we have some from the present day. Okay. Sorry for my accent, or if you can't really understand what I'm saying, but it is what it is. Bishop, date of birth unknown. Here's the thing, and it's a thing that quite annoys me. I don't know anything about Bishop. A few years back, Rebecca and I stumbled upon a hacker collective calling themselves the Initiates. They built an impressive little network and had been spying on assassins and Templars alike for years. A few of them even managed to infiltrate an assassin's cell. I gave them a rousing speech, and I often like to do, and managed to convince them to join our side. Just like that, a new assassin network was born. I was kind of under the impression that Rebecca and I would be responsible for them. Is Finders Keepers one of the tenets of the creed? Maybe it should be. But along comes William Bloody Miles, who simply said, "This is Bishop, and she is in charge of the Initiates now." And that's what it's like with grumpy old Bill, you know. He just kind of tells you how it's going to be. So grumpy. So that's how I met Bishop. I know what she does. She's kind of a central controller and dispatcher for assassins around the world. She makes sure that when a Templar pops their head up, an assassin is waiting to cut it off. Or if there is a new set of genetic memories to synchronize, she finds us a helpful soul like you to help synchronize them. Which is all well and good, but I still don't know who she is, and quite frankly, I'm loath to admit it drives me batshit crazy. I joined the Assassins by uncovering the greatest conspiracy theory known to man, and yet I can't find anything on this woman. Everyone's got a theory. Gavin thinks she's former CIA, my friend Harlan thinks she's a defector from Erudito, another hacker collective that no one's heard from in a while. Rebecca tells me that she actually knows the truth, but promised not to tell me. I think I saw her. # sorry not sorry. Isabella Ardant, date of birth 4th October 1969. Isabella Ardant, maiden name Chu, was born in Hong Kong and moved to the United Kingdom to attend the University of Cambridge, where she studied computer science. Isabel was the first woman to be recruited into Abstergo Industries by its Young Innovators program. She started as a digital activist and worked her way up through the ranks, eventually securing her position as the operations executive for the Historical Research Division. Broadly speaking, her team manages and archives Abstergo's primary resources, genetic memories. She collects them from all the branches of the company and makes them available to one another. For example, when lineage research and acquisition obtained Subject 17's genetic memories, it was Isabel who made sure that entertainment had access to them to create virtual entertainment features. Getting her hands on all of Abstergo's research meant that it didn't take long for the Templar Order to notice her. They appreciated her meticulous nature and brought her into their inner sanctum so that she could guard their most valuable secrets. Which, let's be real, hasn't really worked out that great for them. Feels like they can't go 6 months without getting hacked. Okay. Next is Rebecca Crane. Date of birth 3rd February 1984. One key reason Rebecca is so great is that she traded a life of extreme sports for a life of intellectual pursuits. Rebecca might have been an Olympian if it weren't for her deep love of comical cigarettes and doobies. Apologies for the technical jargon there, and the nasty broken leg no doubt obtained by doing something utterly Crane-like, like falling out of a helicopter into an avalanche or trying to drive a jet ski through a tornado while eating a tofu burger. While recuperating, she taught herself to code and found her true calling as a maker of things. She provides tech support for assassins in the field, she creates and maintains our gear, even going so far as to create our own version of the Animus which she named Baby. Did I mention she enjoys recreational substances? Don't sass me, you can't even make a cup of fucking coffee. Beck swears too much, has a very easygoing nature, but she's lost friends along the way. Clay, Lucy, Desmond, assassins rarely tire, if you know what I mean, but she's never once thought about giving up, and I'm proud to say that she is my very best friend in the world. Aww. However, she is bloody annoying and a vegetarian, so you can imagine how easy that makes finding food while we are on assignment. That could be upon us at any minute, but oh dear, we must always protect bits of tree. We always procure bits of tree in order to sustain Rebecca. And you ruin it. Here's your punishment. Sean's birthday is the 16th of November, 1985. Not cool. Vex. And I happen to think I do quite good for my age. And then we have Sean. Date of birth, how rude, it shall never be revealed. Never. I am your humble database scribe, a wordsmith. My name is Sean Hastings and I'm an assassin like you, though a little better. And like most of you, I wasn't born into it. I wasn't raised to join the Brotherhood. As a brash inquisitive and, dare I say it, handsome young lad, I was obsessed with conspiracy theories and the unexplained. I started digging into the nasty bits of Abstergo Industries, of which there are legion, and attempted to play whistleblower. Freedom of information. Huzzah! But all that got me was an appointment with the Templar Death Squad. Translation: Sean found a millennia-old conspiracy that reached the highest levels of power unimaginable and thought the best idea ever would be to shout and wave at it. Lucky for me, I was saved from certain death by the technological witchcraft of one Rebecca Crane. She brought me into the assassins, and I've been here improving their lives, making entertaining chit-chat and boosting morale ever since. Translation: all I do for the assassins is build shit and save someone's life. I've mostly served as an historical analyst for field agents. I have a gift for organization, you see. I'm able to see patterns and connections. As such, the assassins would be lost without me, and they'd be all saying, historian instead of an historian, and I probably explode. But I'm much more than two wonderful forearms, an enormous brain, two twinkly eyes, and a talent for grammar. I've been trained by our grumpy mentor, William Mize himself, and I've become a bona fide field agent. I take great joy in sticking at the Templars whenever and however I can. I've infiltrated Abstergo Entertainment. I blew up a Templar lab. I'm really very impressive, if I do say so myself. You may think I'm an arrogant bastard, but that's only because I'm smarter than you, and this one time I helped save the entire planet from a massive solar flare. But I hear you, we are shit-hot at video games and can walk upright, so well done. You should be very proud. And let's see the miscellaneous category. And I'm almost done with my readings. In 1910, a group of Templar leaders assembled with a bold plan for the Order's future to capitalize on the unprecedented progress of science and technology brought about by the Industrial Revolution in order to expand their already considerable influence on the world. This plan culminated in the creation of Abstergo Industries in 1937. It began as a modest little front company so that the Templars could accumulate wealth. After World War II, prominent Templars in government and industry helped it grow into a monstrous conglomerate with offices, laboratories, factories, and other facilities all over the world. In addition to their holdings in other major companies, Abstergo has a presence across all corners of industry, including pharmaceuticals, information technology, agriculture, energy, manufacturing, even entertainment production. To secure the Templars' control over the world, a great majority of Abstergo resources are devoted to locating and acquiring pieces of Eden. Most of you know the company from its painkillers or fitness trackers, or more recently its virtual entertainment features. Perhaps a handsome man served you a tasty coffee there sometime. But what you may not realize is that they also like to building like satellite arrays designed to control your mind. The vast majority of Abstergo's employees are not in fact Templars, but rather honest folk just trying to make a living. Individually, any one facet of Abstergo's business looks rather harmless, but taken together, Abstergo is the noose around the neck of the free world. In fact, they'd make a pretty good slogan for them if they're thinking on printing anything, t-shirts or anything. Alright, next is the Animus. The Animus was the crowning achievement of the late Dr. Warren Vidic, the world's leading authority on genetic memory, who achieved a first-class degree in basket case studies at the University of Najab. Although the Animus is an Abstergo industry invention, our own gadget, which Rebecca Crane managed to build a version of the device for the assassins. Fucking right I did. Please don't use my keyboard while I'm attending to nature, Rebecca. Anyway, since the creation of Animus technology in 1980, Abstergo has used it on at least 17 test subjects, and the machine itself has gone through several iterations. By 2002, they began to mass-produce anime, installing them in their facilities around the planet. The Templars created the anime training program in order to train its soldiers, like the ever-charming Otso Berg, in combat. Early on, the Animus could only display the genetic memories of an individual's own bloodline. However, as the technology progressed, Abstergo developed the data dump scanner, which allowed users to relive genetic memories of other people. It was first used in Project Legacy, an initiative designed to obtain new information on assassins and Piece of Eden. Dr. Vidic used the Animus in an attempt to find an Apple of Eden to complete the Abstergo satellite project. When Subject 16 committed suicide, driven insane by the bleeding effect, a result of overexposure to the device, the Lineage Research and Acquisition Division delivered Subject 17, a man named Desmond Miles. Although Desmond was able to locate an Apple of Eden, he escaped with help from the assassins and later returned to kill Vidic. In 2012, Abstergo Entertainment used the technology to create interactive historical simulations beginning with Liberation. Although Abstergo markets its virtual features as entertainment products, it's more accurate to label it as brainwashing that also spies on you. And the last entry, bear with me. Helix is a cloud-based software developed by Abstergo Entertainment, enabling users to access a vast library of genetic memories that have been packed into virtual experiences. The various programs were largely Templar propaganda, designed to make Templars throughout history look great, and the assassins throughout history look like kill-crazy arse nuggets. And you know, maybe some of them were kill-crazy arse nuggets, but they were kill-crazy arse nuggets with the more righteous case. Lately, the cloud software has expanded to the company's other offerings. They're very clever not to present themselves as Big Brother, but rather as Big Mother. All of their tech and apps present themselves as being better for your quality of life. Better phones, better wearable apps to monitor your health and well-being. They are even opening clinics in cities across the world. Abstergo Healthcare sounds amazing, but every piece of Abstergo-owned technology available on the market is sending your genetic data to the cloud, in one way or another. And quite frankly, some of you deserve it. You are rightfully balked when a social media network wants to invade your privacy, but you are gleefully wear an Abstergo body band, fitness tracker, and bore us all to death with your jogging humble brags. Well, you are all literally helping the enemy by jogging, so for the love of all that's holy, stop fucking jogging! In many ways, the cloud is our new battlefield. It used to be that our war was fought in the real world with really sharp things. Nowadays, we win or lose by who can determine the fastest. But while they have legions of office drones chained to their desks, we've got digital recruits like you. Alright. Done. Oh no. Still have... Okay, I'm not gonna read the tutorial ones because, yeah, that's not as exciting, I don't think so. So, it shows the most important ones on the screen, so, yeah. And okay. Cool. Back to the game. Enough of the... Alright. Oh. Kill enemies with hanging barrels. 5. How you do that?
Get those supplies back from the train. Mr. Steric will cut our wages.
You watch.
Okay. Alright. I don't know how you hang barrels, so...
She shouldn't be here! Get Roger!
Maybe we have to come back for that later, we'll see. Hanging barrels, no drives or shooted. Alright. What is it? Okay. Well, we will never... Oh, it's that, like... So, oh, okay, so I'm just gonna throw my knife there and somebody's under it, say, okay. Okay, so... Ooh.
Someone get her from behind! This is your last battle! Right?
So I guess we're gonna come up. Alright. Let's try this again. I really like her clothes. Looks great. Okay. Leap of faith.
Get those supplies back from the train. Mr. Starrick will cut our wages.
Bring 'em up. You watch.
Shit, she's getting away! You can hurt me!
Okay. Go. Gonna loot in the beginning because probably have to buy like a bunch of stuff later. Okay, great. And can I do it from here? Up.
Wait till I get her.
Nice.
I'll get her. She's quick. You gotta overpower her.
Okay, so we have 2 out of the 5. Is there any other? Yeah, here is a barrel too, but I don't think. Yeah, they
There's a trespasser out.
come.
She's not allowed in here.
Oh yeah, I don't have more knives, so okay. Yeah, we're gonna come back at the end and just. Play them again. So usually I just play through the game and then at the end we can do all the side stuff after we are strong and powerful and know how to play the game, and yeah. Okay, so
Oh shit! Here we go. Someone get her.
okay, great. Won't have any. Okay, I'm using the lift.
Nearly there.
Okay, let's go.
Where is Brewster's laboratory? All reconnaissance pointed straight here.
She's an intruder. I'll smash your face in.
You smash my face in, I smash your face in. There you go. Okay, and let me see. Oh no, it's up. Oh, but here is a box. So you're gonna take that? Got some more knives. here. Smoke bombs. Hold Alt to aim. So, yep, cool. New database entry. People, allies. Robert Topping, date of birth 7 July 1847. Robert Engineer Topping was born in London on a sunny day in July 1847, which might account for his chippier outlook of life. The fifth child of 8, Topping often had to fight to be heard. With little attention to give to their middle child, the Topping was often left Roberto to his own devices to make his own fun. And though he was generally a content and charismatic child, Robert frequently found himself bored and alone, and regularly daydreamed that someday he might lead a more exciting existence. One day, though he could never have predicted it, that longing became a reality. On a family outing in the market, little Robert wandered away from his siblings and was quickly lost in a maze of black alleys. Tired, confused, and unable to find his way back, he finally fell asleep in an empty crate. Upon awakening, he discovered that his crate cum cradle had been relocated to the mobile stores of a traveling circus. An unlikely story, perhaps, but one Robert today exists is perfectly true. The young stowaway, or runaway, found the nomadic lifestyle of the circus performers thrilling and elected to remain with them for several years, escaping the family home to amass all the knowledge that acrobats, harlequins, and ringmasters had to offer. When eventually the crew disbanded, Robert returned to the city full-time, though the Toppings found the stories of his supposed hijinks throughoutly unbelievable. Ever resourceful, Robert later entered into the employment of his own uncle, whose illegitimate businesses promised another taste of a more exciting life. Today, the ambitious young Topping acts as a bookie for underground prize fighting and street racing rings, but he has greater hopes for the future. Though he may occasionally fall in with the wrong crowd, he is if not a survivor, and can generally talk or trick his way out of any tense situation. Failing that, he can do some quick juggling. Okay.
Ah, thank you kindly. I was in ever such a squeaky fix when, what do you know? You rescue me.
Where's the hidden laboratory?
Untie me and then we can parley, milady.
I'm pressed for time. Tell me now.
It's underground. Requires a key. One of the guards nicked mine, cheeky sod.
Thank you.
Now? Untie me?
You got yourself in. I trust you can get yourself out again.
Not to worry, milady. Can still recall a couple of tricks from me carnival days.
Charming.
Nice. Okay. Locate the key. Oh. Alright. Okay. Gonna change to that. Oh. Vision.
She's an intruder!
Let's have a butcher's downstairs then. I want to see that artifact.
Intruder! Let's go! Right there! Let's sell this like a dog!
Okay. We have to steal the key from him, but first I'm gonna kill him. Alright.
Got it.
Okay, locate secret lab entrance. And what's that? Are there is it like a chest or something? Oh yeah. Almost missed it. Okay, great. Let's go. Let's go. It's going great. Thank you. So far it looks really cool. The fight is really enjoyable and looks good. I got an Instagram, but there is not too much on it because I mostly use it for my acting promotions. So yeah, it's just a couple of acting videos and stuff like that. Nothing to do with my gaming or anything. Okay. Where's the secret entrance? Not here, it looks like. Secret entrance. Let's see. Where is that entrance?
Stop her!
Mm-hmm.
Someone get her from behind!
Okay. Why am I... What am I not seeing? Alright. Another chest. Nope, don't wanna put it down. Open these. Loot it. And loot him. Yeah, I'm trying to look at the entrance, but... Ah, it's there.
There you are. The entrance to Bruce's lab.
Oh. Alright. Let's go in. Okay. Let's go into the lift. See what we find in this secret laboratory. Oh, we have earned 2 skill points. Skill upgrades. Earn XP from unlocking perks, resolving crowd events, and completing memories and activities. Each 1000 XP gives both Jacob and Evie a skill point to spend on new skills. Acquire skills to level up Jacob and Evie and equip better gear. Cool. Alright, so... Oh, it's a rainy day there. It's a kind of a rainy day here too. Like, I don't know if it's raining or is it just really gray, but it's a really gray day. Okay, so what do we want? Multi-finisher. Close to multiple enemies that are near death. Press X to execute. Oh, that's nice. Stun attack. Press X to break an enemy's defensive stance or to briefly stun them. Stunned enemies are taken out of the fight for a short while. We have that, no? Yeah. Also, we have these. Yeah, the counter. Yes, combo tool. We have the whistle. Okay, we can knock out people. Yes, that's navigation, or assassination, and counter shot, eagle vision, and driving carriages. So the only thing we can do is the double assassination. Basically, that's what the game wants me to buy. Great. We can do double assassinations. Press square to stealthily kill 2 nearby unaware targets at the same time. I mean, that's always useful. So we're gonna buy that, and now I can. Ah, that's cool. Loot takedown. Automatic loot enemies when you assassinate them, knock them out, kidnap them, or perform multi-kills. That's cool. Ooh, open lock chest to find money, resources, and rewards. Yeah, lockpicking is nice, and the sooner you have it, the sooner you can start collectibles. Slayer 1. When your combo reaches 10, your next attack automatically puts the target in a near-death state. Oh, that's nice too. Unstoppable. Increase the time before you lose your combo streak due to inaction. Health boost, increase your health by 1 segment. That's useful. Eagle Vision 2 now allows you to see through walls to watch and tag enemies. Alright. Scavenger, you find more common crafting resources from every source. I think I'm gonna... It's hard. Maybe I'm gonna choose the health for start, and then we'll see. And yeah, that's it. To perform a double assassination, yeah. You can try our new skill. I should have bought the looting one. Okay. Oh, it's fine, we can loot them. Alright.
Ronnie, can't it wait till the morning? No, it can't. So do as you're bloody told. The blow, sir.
Okay.
This lot will nick anything.
Can I go this? No. To go this way. And another double assassination. Need to do 120 for something. Oh god. Alright. We are looking for Sir David Brewster. Oh, and we can swim. I guess it's a good thing. It's really annoying in the first AC game that you always drown if you touch the water. Oh, we found him! Oh god, that looks crazy.
Piece of Eden.
Increase the electricity. But it'll become unstable, sir. You heard what Miss Thorne said. We need results now.
Air assassinate Brewster. Okay, we can try. Alright. Okay. Got this guy. This guy. Oh. Okay. No. Oh my. That's bad. Okay, and air assassinate. Great. At least we did one of the objectives.
It is time to lay down your head, Sir David Brewster.
But I have so much more to discover.
Do not be afraid.
I'm not. God will protect me.
I will continue your experiment.
You will not stop, Sarek. Miss Thorne has already found another piece of Eden, more powerful than the last.
I will take that one too.
We fight to gain what we cannot take with us. It's in our nature.
I have to get out of here now.
Okay. Keep moving forward. Escape the secret lab. Okay. God. Whoa! Well, water and electricity is not the best. Okay, slide under.
That was far too close.
Yep, it was.
I must find a way out.
Okay. Okay. Can we go this way? Yep. Oh, I hate small spaces. Yuck. Alright. Oh god. Alright. And then slide under. And can we just climb up? Yeah. Great. Sequence 2, simple plan completed. We are missing an objective, so we didn't get any extra XP or money, but we got the thrifty cloak.
What was that explosion?
What explosion?
Evie?
Piece of Eden detonated and took the lab with it.
The magic lump of hyperbolic metal. I'm shocked.
Simply because you have never valued the pieces does not
All
mean...
went according to plan, hmm?
There was a slight complication.
How slight?
The lab exploded.
Jacob.
You derailed a train.
Oh, he did. Did he?
Well, the train derailed and I happened to be on it. I killed my target.
Brewster is also no more.
Then all in all a successful mission in spite of you two.
What about London?
What about it?
We're wasting our time out here.
You know as well as I do that London has been the domain of the Templars for the last 100 years. They are far too strong yet. Patience.
But the Templars have found a new piece of Eden.
Sir David is dead. They do not know how to use it. The Council shall guide us. Sound advice that your father would have seconded. I shall see you back in Crawley.
Patience, Evie.
Ah, the gentle sound of opportunity passing us by.
So what's stopping us? London is waiting to be liberated. Forget Crawley.
Father would have wanted us to listen.
Oh, Father. You could continue his legacy in London.
Freeing future generations from a city ruled by Templars. You know, Jacob Fry, you might just be right.
Then shall we?
Yes. Let's. Onward to London.
Okay. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. We reached the title card.
I know. You've only had a taste of our latest acquisition from Abstergo. But I want to check in on Sean and Rebecca. I still think attacking a Templar is a mistake.
Call Dr. Grammatica.
Come on. Isabel, what a lovely surprise.
Our mutual friends will be here shortly to search for the artifact. Once it's located, I'll let you know.
Super. Always a pleasure.
Prick.
It's people like you that give historians a bad name.
I'm afraid I don't have time for you today, Mr. Hastings.
Thank you
for making my job easy.
Oh, shit.
It does look grim.
Master Berg, Agent Acosta. Deal with them, please.
Move it!
Hunt them down!
Okay.
All they had to do
A
was
simple
wait for you to search
plan.
the data. Their little stunt has put the whole operation at risk. You need to synchronize Jacob and Evie's memories. Find something that puts us ahead of the enemy. Time is of the essence, and lives are now clearly on the line. Good luck.
Alright. We got a new trophy for finishing the second sequence.
I've never seen so many people all at once.
Churning seas of London. It's just the way Father described. Now, to find Henry Green and formulate a plan of attack against the Templars.
Who's Mr. Green again?
The assassin watching over London? Did you not listen the first 3 times?
Listen to what? Oi, watch it.
Beg pardon, sir.
Oi! Come back here, you filthy dipper!
Okay. Chase the thief.
It's more than I expected. Well, you see,
Yeah, I'm trying to reduce the distance to the target. Okay.
Fine, you little mobsman. Keep it.
Well, well. What do we have here?
Kill the
You're on our
thugs.
property.
You'll pay for carving you! He's as good as dead!
Okay, finish.
Excellent. What else does London have to offer?
Cool.
Now is not the time for tourism, Jacob. Now's the time to find Henry Green. I've always been the quicker climber, haven't I?
Not since we were 2.
Race you to the highest vantage point.
Oh. Arrived before Evie.
Not on my watch!
Well. Hopefully this gives a disadvantage. Oh no! I screwed up. Okay, gonna do it later.
Where is Mr. Green's shop located? It was marked on Father's map.
2 assassins. Equal in height. 1 female, 1 male. 2 decades old. And those devilish smiles. You must be the Fry twins.
And you are?
Henry Green, at your service. I was sorry to learn about your father's passing.
Thank you.
What can you tell us about Crawford Starrick?
I suppose the Council desires news.
London must be freed, to provide a better future for all of its citizens.
Well, thank goodness the Council saw reason and sent you to aid us.
Yes. Thank goodness.
Unfortunately, I am the bearer of bad news. Today, Starrick sits at the helm of the most sophisticated Templar infrastructure known in the Western world. Every class, every borough, the gangs, the industries. His reach extends all across London.
I've always thought of myself as a gang leader. Firm, but fair. Huh. Well, I have uniforms. And I'll unite a mix of disenfranchised outsiders under one name. That's it, Evie. we can rally them to our side.
Oh, like the way that you rallied those card players at the Oakbrook Tavern into the river.
Oh, that was different. They beat me at whist. I can see it now. We'll call ourselves the Rooks.
You're never good at chess either.
Have you got a better plan?
Find the piece of Eden.
Oh.
Well, let me show you the lay of the land. Shall we?
Okay, but why is it Harry kind of cute?
Climb the chimney and see all of London for yourself.
Okay. Yep. Otto Berg, date of birth 17th June 1985. Giovanni Otto Berg was born in Mikkeli, Finland, but was dragged around the world by his father, who worked for an oil company belonging to one of Aftergo's many subsidiaries. So young Mr. Berg was raised by rig pigs in Afghanistan, Kurdistan, and Oman, to name a few. And that doesn't really sound like a magical childhood, does it? With his father's blessing, Berg returned to Finland to join the army. At first they made fun of his muddled accent. Technically speaking, he doesn't even pronounce his own name correctly. But the jokes quickly stopped as Berg proved himself to be an exceptional recruit, becoming one of the youngest special Jäger in the Uti Jäger Regiment. He met his wife Helmi in the army, and everything pointed to an intense but unremarkable life until his daughter Elena was born and diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. While Finland's healthcare system is generally considered to be quite good, the Berg family found themselves struggling to afford the aggressive drug treatments Elena so desperately needed. Berg quit the army and became a well-paid mercenary, which his wife did not approve of, resulting in divorce. It's not exactly a doctor or a lawyer, is it? Berg's freelance activities caught the attention of Dr. Warren Vidic, who recruited him to Abstergo's enemy training program in exchange for an off-the-market miracle cure. I imagine Berg's divorce became much more amicable, though no less final, after that. Just as he did in the army, Berg showed promise early on and quickly rose through the ranks and eventually won a spot in the inner sanctum of the Templar Order. He was given command of Sigma team, an elite force designed to hunt assassins. He's been a pain in the proverbial balls ever since. There, Otto Berg is a scary motherfucker and someone actually made a baby with him. Gross. Alright. The next one is Violet da Costa, born in 14th June 1988. It's tempting to say that Violet da Costa is an evil version of Rebecca Crane, but then that assumes you haven't spent much time with Rebecca Crane. I'm armed. Violet was born in Barrie, Ontario, and completed a bachelor's degree with a double major in mathematics and computer science. Fun times. She was looking for work in the intelligence community when she was recruited by Abstergo to work as a technologist. After the original Sigma team was annihilated in Florence, Violet was Otto Berg's first recruit into the new version. She serves as tactical and technological support. Her ability to access situations and identify priorities means that she's able to tell whom to kill first. Always handy in this job, but not what you'd call a particularly transferable skill. All this also means that in addition to being incredibly handy with technology, she is a trained killer. Violet's services are in high demand, and she is frequently sent around the world to various Abstergo facilities in order to fine-tune and innovate on various operating systems, network security, and intrusion detection systems. She's a Templar, she's also Canadian. Frankly, both make me shudder. And then we have Alvaro Grammatica. Date of birth 4th of April 1965. Alvaro Grammatica was a genius from the day he was born in Mexico City. He graduated from university at the age of 17 with advanced degrees in physics and computer science, and went on to develop expertise in mechanical engineering and biology. Plus he was brilliant at Sudoku. With this wide range of knowledge that made him so valuable to Abstergo. In 2008, he was recruited to work on the Akashic satellite Plexus. In 2009, Grammatica invented that data dump scanner, a software program that allowed an anonymous user to relieve genetic memories that were not their own. It revolutionized an already incredible machine and paved the way for Abstergo's current success with Abstergo Entertainment and its Helix cloud servers. I could do all that cool stuff too if I was backed up by a gazillion-dollar evil corporation. At present, Dr. Grammatica may be our most prominent Templar target. In 2014, he named us the director of the Phoenix Project, which hopes to use every resource at Abstergo's disposal to fully sequence the first civilization genome. We are hearing reports that this has caused some strife among the Templar rank and file. The previous big shot, Dr. Vidic, knew how to keep the inner sanctum until towards a common goal, but Dr. Grammatica is more concerned with the work than human relationships, and that's not limited to his co-conspirators. He often abandons his wife and 3 children for long periods of time while immersed in whatever abhorrent experiment is currently in front of him, like Sudoku. Okay. We're gonna climb up here and synchronize our vantage point. So we are not calling these viewpoints anymore. It's a vantage point now. Alright. Synchronize.
Look at what Starrick has done to the city. Whitechapel is riddled with crime. Child labor, despite regulations. A gang known as the Blighters overruns the streets, and Templars manipulating behind the scenes. As in all the other boroughs, we need to return this city to the people who built it in the first place.
We will free London from Starrick. You have my word.
And my looks.
Miss Fry, your passion is inspiring. Come. Let us return to my shop, and I can bring you up to date on the rest.
Mm-hmm. Okay, new entries. Alright. 2 new people. Oh, no, 1 ally and 1 group. Harry Green, date of birth 7 December 1843. Henry is as good at keeping secrets as he is at meeting people. Many people do not, and most people will never know that Henry was not always called Harry. Jaydeep Mir was born in the son of a princess and an assassin. Arbaz Mir, a member of the Indian Brotherhood, fell in love with Piara Kaur, the daughter of the Maharaja Karak Singh, while racing against the Templars to find the whereabouts of the mysterious coin or diamond. Jaydeep was raised and trained to be a member of the Brotherhood, but to the frustration of many, found he was more inclined towards books than he was to violence. Hoping it was just a phase, the Brotherhood sent Jaydeep out on a mission in 1860, which he ultimately failed, putting the Brotherhood at risk. Jaydeep was then invited to England for a more suitable mission. He left home, but was ever hopeful that someday he would return, having proved to be a capable field agent. Over the course of his time in England, he adopted many fake identities, but he came to love the very simple, curious, shop-owning Henry Green. Henry, a name he heard often, and green being the color of his hat at the time. Having made connections throughout London, he proved extremely useful upon the arrival of assassin twins Evie and Jacob Fry. For them, he helps in their quest to bring down the Templar control in London, having consumed as much information about the city as is humanly possible. By both sincere and hardworking, Jaydeep has a human side to him that many in the Brotherhood simply do not. And the Rooks. An essential part of the English ecosystem, street gangs dominated the 19th century underworld. In an attempt to unify the street gangs under one regime, the Templar Order created the Blighters and attempted to remove any opposing forces to their cause. The Clinkers of Whitechapel, the last remaining independent gang in London, fought in vain against the mighty oppressors. Eager to turn things around, they welcomed twin assassins Evie and Jacob Fryer into their circle, proposing a new idea to take back the streets of London from under the Blighters' feet. The Clinkers took on the identity of the Rooks and decided to fight under the guidance of the Fryer twins. Their main approach to undermining the Blighter influence is to sabotage their hold on different areas in the city, such as Blighter-owned factories and strongholds. and then challenge them to a final fight for the territory in a gang war. Nowadays, London doesn't really have street gangs like those. It's got students in bright jackets carrying clipboards who stop you and demand your credit card details instead. Alright. Follow Harry Green. Can we go any slower? No? Alright.
Keep quiet. Kaylock's looking for me.
Who's Kaylock?
One of Starrick's gang leaders.
Why does he want you?
He's after some of my more arcane research into one of the precursor artifacts.
The Piece of Eden.
So tell me about these blighters.
In search of an army, Starrick gathered up the nastiest of the underworld. Some of the city's gangs tried to prevent it and were slaughtered for their efforts. Now, only Whitechapel's clinkers remain opposed, but they're no match for the blighters.
Well, let's shine these clinkers up then, shall we? They're just the sort we're looking for.
You can't be serious.
Evie, they're ready to fight and oppose the blighters. This is my chance to step in. Look out, London. Here come the rooks.
Wait, can we do skills for Jacob? Yeah. We're gonna do the health and oh, he has the double assassination. Okay, and I think I'm gonna do this one, the loot takedown, because that's useful, and I'm gonna buy the lockpicking. You have reached a new level! Level 2! Great. Awesome. We're gonna be able to buy health boost number 2, counter boost. Counter attacks have a larger window of opportunity and do increase damage. That's cool. Open more doors in London, next doors requiring a master key. Stats that increase by 7. You're less likely to be detected and your assassinations will make less noise. That's cool. Attack an enemy just before they enter combat to inflict significant damage. That's cool too. Increases the radius of eagle vision. Reduces all melee damage. Those are all cool. Okay, great. Cool. Alright.
Confound this city. No one looks where they're going.
Yes, I've noticed that.
Bloody Drood. I'll never finish it at this rate. Only Providence knows where those words are headed now. Well, I must get to work replacing them. Should you ever be in the mood for a tale or two, you can always find me where the ale is warm and tempers are hot.
Ooh, it's Charles Dickens! Damn.
What an odd man.
That
Alright.
Mr. Fry was Charles Dickens. Knows everyone and everything in the city. If I were you, I would keep that connection in your back pocket.
Kaylock's gang is nearby. They must not follow me back to my shop.
We'll take care of it.
Here, you might be able to use this.
Oh.
Oh God, I hope so.
My carriage is nearby. Make use of it to throw them off my trail. I will meet you at the curio shop.
Okay, we got some guns.
Doing fine here. We need to lead them away from Green.
Ooh. And the new database entry, we're gonna
Here comes trouble.
destroy the crag's carriages. Alright. Okay. Alright.
Steady on.
Are we stuck? I think... Oh, nope. Oh, oh. Come on. There you go. Come on. Come on, come on.
That's the way.
There you go.
Now to return to Mr. Green.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You're relentless.
That relentlessness will see me become master when we finish this.
George would do nothing of the sort. Whatever's left of the Creed would perish under your control.
Harsh words, sister.
I do hope Mr. Green made it back safely.
Don't tell me you didn't see the bloke
Sorry.
already.
And what do you suggest we do if our #1 source of information turns up dead?
Starrick can't be that hard to find. I say we turn the carriage round and go find him.
This is why you aren't in charge.
Okay, we have a bunch of new entries, so maybe I'm gonna read those before we get in. We have Charles Dickens, date of birth 7th February 1812. Celebrity during his lifetime, Charles John Huffman Dickens remains one of the largest sources of information regarding 19th century London. Known for being both a literary titan and an activist, Dickens' work showcased the life and personalities of London's working class people. If you ask around in London's pubs that still exist today, most report have he was a regular. Imagine being a regular at every single pub. That takes dedication. My favorite contemporary criticism of Dickens would have been Mr. Dickens, as in revenge for his own queer name, does bestow still queerer ones upon his fictitious creations. Dickens was born in Portsmouth, the second of 8 children. He was said to have had an idyllic childhood up until the summer of 1824, when his father, John Dickens, was arrested for debt and thrown into Marshalsea debtor's prison, with his family in town. To help pay off his father's debt, Charles was forced to leave school and begin work at Warren's blacking warehouse, a place that was notorious for its poor treatment of children. Not a crash to be seen. Yet even after his father's death was cleared, young Charles' mother said that he continued to work. I never afterwards forgot, I never shall forget, I never can forget, he said, that my mother was warned for my being sent back. Once free of the warehouse and after attending school, Dickens got a job at the law office of Alice and Blackmore. Living in the city, he attended the theatre religiously and, inspired by the stories spun on the stage, began his writing career. Dickens, of course, went to be world-renowned for works including Oliver Twist, A Christmas Carol, and Great Expectations, and his success as a writer continued throughout his life, with even Queen Victoria calling herself a fan. Perhaps less well known, however, is Dickens' powerful interest in the supernatural, which eventually saw him become part of Cambridge's Ghost Club, an organization of paranormal investigation and research. One of the biggest controversies surrounding his life was his external relationship with Ellen Ternan, a young theatre actress with whom he remained until his death. Ternan and Dickens kept their affair a secret, destroying their entire history of correspondence in a bonfire 9 years into their relationship. In June 1865, Dickens was involved in the Staplehurst rail crash, but despite quite heroically helping to rescue other victims, he refused to speak at the accident's inquest to avoid having to disclose that he had been traveling with Ternan and her mother. Between 1868 and 1869, Dickens gave a series of farewell readings in England, Scotland, and Ireland. During this time, he also began work on what would be his final and only unfinished novel, The Mystery of Edwin Drood. In June 1870, after a full day's writing, Dickens suffered a stroke, died the next day. Coincidentally, the 5th anniversary of the Staplehurst crash. He was buried in the Poets' Corner of Westminster Alley. Groups, the police. Before 1829, London did not have an unified police force committed to the investigation and prevention of crimes. Sure, they had constables, but their sole responsibility was just to bring people accused of a felony to a justice of the peace for deliberation. This system may have served them well before the Industrial Revolution, but the surge in London's population meant a surge in crime, and the government needed to respond. The Metropolitan Police Act of 1829 saw the creation of what is commonly known today as Scotland Yard, a unified police force that answered to the Home Secretary. An extra 1,000 officers were hired in addition to the 400 officers already employed. They were given uniforms, and for the first time police work was made a full-time job. These new officers were derided by Londoners who saw the Metropolitan Police as an infringement on their personal lives. Crime is a tough habit to break, it seems. The whole endeavor was a success, however, and crime rates dropped significantly in the ensuing years. Despite the odd bit of corruption, the coppers were tough and relentless in their aim to clean up the streets of London. Lovely news for Jacob Fryer and the Rooks, isn't it? And we have locations. And we have Whitechapel. Spitalfields Market. Spitalfields, an old neighborhood in London's East End, took its name from the hospital that was built there in 1197, St. Mary's Spital. And by spital, they didn't mean there was a saint called Mary who liked to spit when she talked. The word is an abbreviation of hospital and was generally used to mean hospitality in Middle English, which is the very opposite of spitting in someone's face. As Spitalfields became less of a field and more of a developed neighborhood in the late 17th century, a silk thrower named John Balch acquired the rights to hold a market in the area every Tuesday and Saturday. The market, which sold only fruits and vegetables, was a quick success. Spitalfield, like most of the East End, was populated by immigrants to England, and shortly after the market opened, London experienced a wave of incoming French Huguenots who had just been expelled from France for their religious beliefs. Many of the French Huguenots who settled in Spitalfields were skilled silk weavers and sold their wares at the Spitalfields market. It wasn't long before the market became synonymous with its luxurious silk, and all of the Spitalfields gained a very positive reputation as a result. In 1875, the market's lease passed to a developer named Robert Horner. Horner worked regularly with the Whitechapel District Board and works over how the market could be expanded without disturbing traffic around the market. An iron and glass roof was built in 1883, and the surrounding shops were built over the next century. Spitalfields and the East End in general fell in esteem as time went on. By the 19th century, the silk makers had long moved on, and overpopulation and poverty led to a rise in crime. The market remained an important fixture, providing the food needed to get through the day to those who could afford it. It's still there today, though in recent years it's fallen to corporate chains and to stalls that think charging 200 quid for a pillow with a cat drawn on it by an art student is good business. Oh, and if you're a Ripper fan, it's directly opposite the Tim Bell's pub, where various of Jack's victims enjoyed a quiet pint while they still could. Raise a glass to them sometime. And then the St. Mary's Matfelon. The original Whitechapel that gave the borough its name was built on this site in 1286. It would be rebuilt 3 times over the course of its history. The first was in 1329, when it was officially named St. Mary Matfelon. It was then rebuilt in 1685, despite the fact that it was one of only a few buildings that survived the Great Fire of 1666. And it was rebuilt again in 1875 in order to more closely resemble the church as it was in 1329. Talk about indecisive. The man who executed King Charles I at the end of the English Civil War, Richard Brandon, was buried in the St. Mary's churchyard. Historical records document a scandal that took place in the church around 1710. I know, a scandal in the church. whatever is next. Anyway, it seems like the rector of the church set up an altarpiece depicting the Last Supper and had the figure of Judas made to look exactly like a personal enemy of his, Dean of Petersburg. As far as passive aggression goes, I'd say that's pretty aggressive. It's also bloody brilliant. St. Mary Mudfellon was hit hard during the Blitz of World War II and was eventually demolished in 1952.
Whoa,
Great.
Doing fine, girl.
Alright. We are here at Harry's shop.
Did you give them the slip?
We gave them more than that.
Who are all these people?
Over the years, I have established a number of connections across the city.
Splendid. We'll need focused aid.
Focused aid. We take over Starrick's gangs, we cripple his control.
You're not aiming high enough. Starrick has influence in every branch of society. We need to match him.
I see what you're saying, Evie. We need the Rooks.
You are not starting a gang called the Rooks.
I believe I may have an idea of my own. We will need the police to turn a blind eye to activities. My ally in the force, Sergeant Abeline. I've heard he's a master of disguise. Next up, urchins.
Urchins?
Urchins. Children make for excellent spies.
Clara O'Day.
Smart as a whip, that one.
Finally, you would be wise to remember that Starrick never acts alone. There are gang leaders in every borough. You'll meet them soon enough, no doubt.
Rexford Gaylock, known for his ability to vanish before your very eyes.
Should we make him vanish for real?
I suppose.
One moment. A Templar target you might want to look into. Be cautious. It's rough out there.
No, don't worry about me, Greenie. I can handle a few thugs.
Alright. Somewhere that screen completed. We got a bit of rewards. We have to do it again for the challenge, probably. Okay, the London map. Press the pad to access the London map. Complete conquest activities to capture territory from the Blighters. Kill the Templar crime boss to conquer their borough. Alright. Cool. And it's a level 2, so that's cool. So we can do everything in Whitechapel. There is like thousands of collectibles and some activities. Oh.
What's the plan then, almighty planner?
You're the one with the grand ideas. The gangs, the fights, even the outfits you'll wear. Perhaps you should lead the way.
Alright. Open the notebook. Oh god. Alright, that's a lot of quests, I guess, for later. That's the Templar hunt. And okay, switch characters. Press options to open the main menu and R3 to switch between Evie or Jacob. Evie favors a stealth approach where Jacob is more confrontational. Evie and Jacob share money, XP and rewards but have separate gear and skills. Okay. Let's see. We have 2 new names. Clara O'Day, date of birth 24th February 1856. Born in 1856, Clara was the only child of the less fortunate O'Day family. Like many Irish women, Clara's mother was an indentured servant to an upper-class household in the Strand. Sneaking into the family's private lessons, Clara picked up as much as she could, devouring the education her parents could never afford to give her. Unfortunately, after being wrongly accused of theft, Clara's mother was dismissed from her job and was forced to find other means of survival. By the time she turned 10, Clara had become the sole breadwinner in her household. Her father having left the family a year prior, and her mother bedridden and sick with grief, Clara took to the streets to support what little family she had left. The orphaned children with whom she found kinship gave her a sense of belonging that she had never experienced before. Courageous and charismatic, Clara, now orphaned herself, has grown up to be a remarkable young businesswoman and today helps provide for children in need. And Frederick Berlin, date of birth 8 January 1843. A young clockmaker from Dorset, Frederick Berlin knew he was destined for bigger and more puzzling things. Joining the Metropolitan Police in 1863, it took him only 2 years to make a good impression and be promoted to sergeant. He always strove to be fair and just in his line of work, but found that the laws was often anything but. In 1868, albeit with some hesitation, he joined forces with Jacob and Evie Fry, two justice-seeking rogues, to help rid the streets of the notorious blighter gang that dominated the city's underworld. Although reluctant to look back on this unusual time in his life, his actions during this year were crucial to his career. In 1873, he became an inspector and was transferred to Whitechapel, where he eventually led the investigation into the infamous Jack the Ripper murders. Although certainly beneficial at the time, Eberlin spent the rest of his life questioning whether or not his early alliance with the Fries was ultimately just another corruption of the justice system. Cool. Alright, we have to conquer Whitechapel. Which one should we... It's all level 2s, I guess. Let's go with the first one. A Berlin, we presume. I guess. Yeah. Oh, poor horsey. I think I'm gonna switch to Evie because I like her much better, and just like style-wise, I know my play style is more like Jacob, but it's fine. Which one should I? Yeah, maybe this one. Yeah, come. What's this? Okay. An illustration, and that's a database entry. Collectibles, illustrations, discussing the budget. Alright. Okay. So the first quest is here. Think I'm gonna do this and then we gonna be done for today. Okay, the twins seek out Sergeant Frederick Berlin in a Whitechapel back alley.
I don't see Mr. Aberline.
Well, we tried.
I may know a thing or two about that splendid fellow you're talking about.
What's this?
Are you trying to blow the gaff?
What?
Sergeant Aberline, at your service. I presume you're the Fry twins Green mentioned.
I was expecting you to be a policeman.
I was expecting you to be discreet.
Henry Green said that you could help us go unnoticed.
This is how it will work. I will give you the names of criminal gang members. You will bring them back to me. Quietly.
Oh, we'll be as quiet as an old lady. A very hairy, strange old lady that looks a lot like a policeman.
Alright. Sure.
Now, whatever you do, try to remain within the bounds of the law. For my sake.
Okay, reach high ground. Bounty hunt. Take the memory target captive and bring them to the drop-off point. The best rewards are granted for delivering targets alive. Police surveillance in the area will be reduced. Right. Kidnapping. When undetected behind an enemy, press circle to kidnap them. Move slowly. L near enemies to shrink your detection radius. Moving faster will make it easier for enemies to detect you. Press circle to show a kidnapped captive in an enclosed carriage. Alright. Who are we kidnapping? Alright. Bring back the target alive.
Time to collect the rent, eh? Pay up. You owe me.
But approaching from behind and passing circle.
Get off me!
Yep.
Piss off!
Keep enemies outside your detect against the scene.
Get your hands off me!
Okay.
Stop squeezing people of every last penny and we'll talk.
Kaylock, will hear of this terrible mistake you've made.
You won't have the chance to scream save me, let alone pay Kaylock a visit.
Alright.
Help! Help!
Oop. Yeah, I'm not the best driver. I can drive cars and I guess I can't drive carriages either.
Here now.
Oh.
There you are.
Cool.
Would be glad to see him behind bars.
Now I know how to kidnap people. We're gonna get a revolver if we get his loyalty up. Nice. Associates and loyalty. Find associates throughout London and aid them. Aiding associates increases the loyalty to the rooks. Loyalty unlocks unique and valuable rewards. Cool. Alright, Whitechapel bounty hunt completed. Cool. Alright. That's great. I think this is it for today. Ooh, got a new skill? No. Oh yeah. Yeah, the kidnapping one. Cool. Alright. And alright, you have a bunch of tools and okay. Alright. Okay, and what do we have in the inventory? Oh yeah. Let's see if we can. Alright. That's more. I need to be level 3 for that. Well, yeah, that's gonna be much more than this one, and it's cheaper, so I'm not gonna get those yet. Okay, there is like craftables and all that jazz. Okay, cool. Okay. Oh yeah, we got this skulk, so we can put that on. That's already helping us. can upgrade it, yeah. That's fine. And then what do we have here? And he's Evelyn. Cool. And we have a bunch of colors. Not gonna spend now. We can do the blue or the teal. I mean, the teal one looks cool, so. And that's free. Alright. Maybe I'm gonna upgrade this one to spend a bit of the money. Sure. Why not? Alright. And what can we do with Jacob? It's the same stuff. Oh yeah. But he has a bat we found, which is better, yeah. And we can upgrade that. And then he has all the outfits from the games, and yeah, the teal looks better on him too. Alright. Ooh, and we can spend one of his skills. I think I'm gonna buy the same as for Evie, and then yeah. Okay, cool. 3% already. We got 2 trophies today, and yeah, Syndicate looks fun. Maybe this is gonna be my favorite of them, which is sweet. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Purple, for chatting, and see you tomorrow. And we're gonna continue the journey of Evie and Jacob. Bye.